Hello, my fellow fans of Dungeons & Dragons, and finally, welcome back to Shadows of Undrentide, the Neverwinter Nights module that I am playing. I know it's been a while, but I posted a vlog about what's been going on, so today I just want to jump right in, and let's get to playing this module. So, I believe the last time I played, we finished up all the little mini-quests in Hilltop here, and we were just about to make our way out. We're still in pursuit of a group of kobolds that attacked our school. And let's run around and see what kind of trouble we get into. So this area is going to be entirely snowy for pretty much all of this first chapter. There are a couple of areas, like over here, that you can explore. We won't need to do that until after I talk to this gentleman named Farron.
I greet you.
I greet you, friend. Come and warm yourself by my fire. It is a cold night and the road, as you can see, is more dangerous than usual. Thank you. I appreciate the hospitality. I would gladly break bread with you, but I am short on supplies at the moment. Still, I am gladder for the company. It has been a long, tedious winter's night for me. Now, what brings a human man such as yourself to these parts? From the village of Hilltop, I take it. I'm looking for a group of kobolds that attacked Hilltop, actually. Ah, I see. In that case, you have both good and bad luck. The kobolds passed by on this very road. As you can see, however, they met an ambush. I was nearby and watched the entire event as it occurred. I can tell you what I saw if you wish. Sure, tell me what happened. A group of gnolls leapt out from the forest, taking the kobolds by surprise. They exchanged words, but I could not hear clearly. I believe the gnolls were demanding something. Regardless, it was obvious that the kobolds were not about to comply. They fought, but the gnolls had the obvious advantage. No doubt, they could not have gone well for the kobolds. Gnolls are large and fearsome creatures, and that was way too Russian for her. Some of the kobolds ran towards the elven crypt area, I believe, while a larger group fled north towards the mountains. Did you see anything else? As a matter of fact, I believe I saw a single kobold come out of the elven crypt not long ago. He seemed skittish and frightened. Perhaps a messenger or a survivor. What did the gnolls do after the battle? They looted what corpses remained, of course, and took a group of surviving kobold prisoners and headed east. Where do you think they were going? I'm unsure. Perhaps they turned south and entered the high forest. I'm told there are several gnoll caves there. Did you see anything else? No, I think I asked that already. I have some other questions. Of course, what do you wish to ask? Who are you? My name is Farron Valentard, Ranger and Arcane Archer of the High Forest Wood Elves at your service. An Arcane Archer is basically an archer who can cast spells with their arrows. They have the unique ability of being able to create, like, fireball arrows. That's about it. I do like to play an Arcane Archer every once in a while, so I might try that at some point. And one of the really cool things is in the next module, there is a specific weapon for the Arcane Archers that you can pick up. So this is a really good set of modules to play as an Arcane Archer. But if I remember correctly, I'm going for Pale Master in this playthrough, so we're going to continue doing that. Now, and I'm also not going to ask him what an Arcane Archer is. Why are you here in the foothills? I'm hunting, if you must know. The quarry here is the elusive Shadow Heart. Shadow Heart? Indeed. It is a rare and wonderful beast, white as the snow all around us, possessing the unique ability to vanish into the winds. It can dimension door like a blink dog, basically. I'm loath to kill such a magnificent beast, but I simply must have its horns. They are part of the only cure for an illness my wife has contracted, I'm afraid. Perhaps I could help you find this creature. I need no help, thank you, but on the off chance you might find and take down the beast on your own, I would gladly reward you for the horns. As you go. Very well. It was good to meet you, friend. Another time, perhaps. Alright, so that has given me the... I think you can find the Shadow Heart without ever talking to him, but logically now we can go hunting for tracks. So close that map. And this is one of the reasons, if I had mentioned it earlier, why I wanted to take some of the perception skills. Taking either search or spot. I think spot is the important one, but search might be what I'm actually looking for. But having one of those two skills helps you find the tracks in the snow. And once we find the tracks, we have to find a couple of sets of them. But there are specific points where they can appear. One's over there, I didn't see any. And there are times where you'll just have to walk up and down the coastline for a minute just to trigger the tracks. Okay, over here is an injured bear. Now, if I have any... I have a healing kit. I'm going to heal this bear. And what this does... Again. Okay, what that does, if I remember correctly, is makes it so that the other bears in the area don't want to attack you. That may only work for a druid or ranger, so I might have just burned a couple of healing kits unnecessarily. I don't remember. But I thought it worked for I think it works for anybody. So this little area is another point where you can find some of the tracks. And I'm not seeing any. We're not going to waste a whole lot of time looking for the tracks if I can help it. If I need to trigger them, I might cut away and cut back when I actually find them. Oh! Our kobold attack is ambushed by gnolls. Can't say I'm sad, but I'd like to know what happened. And it's gonna be a minute before I get back to finding her voice. By examining the bodies, it seems obvious to you that the kobolds and gnolls fought each other here, although who attacked whom and why are a mystery. You're fairly sure the gnolls won the battle. Yeah, they're gnolls versus kobolds. I'm pretty sure the gnolls are kobolds. Alright, so now we're entering this elven crypt. If you are either ranger or druid, you can actually talk with the bats here and get some insight into what's going on. We, however, are not.
I would speak with you a moment.
I suppose I have the time right now. What is it? The crypt. Even just inside, you can smell death in the air. I suppose that's appropriate, but I'd still rather do without the memory of it. Of course, if we get rich off the place, we'll still manage to sleep at night. You have no trouble looting the dead? It wouldn't take everything, but if you are talking about gold and gems, I'm sure they are better off with me. It's an open crypt after all. And what's this sudden racism got to do with it? Well, think about it. I don't care if they drape their dead in fanciful cloaks or wood carved whatever, but mine valuables belong to dwarves. Consider it my way of keeping the elves consistent. Elves don't dig. They excavate, sure, but they don't dig. It seems to me that the elves shouldn't put these things back in the ground if they didn't take them out in the first place. And if you happen to profit, all the better. There are far worse things to do in a burial site than taking excess gold. I'd hope the dead would understand that. Come on, let's just get this on with this task at hand. Okay, so this is probably one of the best places to maintain an alignment for you. If you're like me and do good things a lot, here is a great way to just get evil points, basically.
My steel will strike
first
true.
We're gonna beat up on some rats. Get beaten up by some rats, probably, because they're dirty pieces of crap that I can't hit for some reason. Oops. Potion. Okay. Oh, darn it. And the brunt of that. Okay. And, oh, yeah. So, unlike in the previous game, your companions do not heal on their own. They're teleported back to your home base. What spells do I have? Well, this is not a good place for me to do spell crap. Fudge, now I'm diseased. Okay, time to get away. Why I can't hit these stupid things, but they are being jerks. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Okay, corner's back up and give me a little bit of leeway, I think. Okay, that's one rat dead. Magic missile to die a rat. There we go. Okay. It's got everything down. Get rid of this disease. Okay. Wow. That was a much tougher fight than I imagined it should have been, but it came through. Pick up loot. Okay, and I am going to come over here. This area here is a safe room. I believe you are far enough away from anything aggressive that you can rest, and you can interact with this elven statue. While faded and cracked with age, the statue depicts a handsome elven man wielding a glittering sword and wearing an amulet engraved with the crescent moon. Alright, so this is a statue to Corellin Leraethan, the god of the elves. The elf appears to gaze down at you with sad, unearthly eyes, and you are left with a definite impression that you are watched. An inscription at the statue's base reads, "I, who shall watch over those who rest, bid you to cast a prayer in my name. Corellin Leraethan, creator of the elves, and the first of the Seldarine. Pray faithfully." we gave, you know, lip service to Corellin, and if because of that, I believe we are healed. You can do the other two, one of which I think they both give you debuffs if you do that. So, okay. This lone straggler apparently didn't make it and has been serving as dinner for the rats since. Okay, so one of the kobolds was caught by the rats and killed. Now we have a helmet. That I don't really need because I have a better helmet. Okay, and we picked up an important item in this Morningstar, because we shall be running into skeletons here in a minute. Okay, Dorna's going straight for the fight. You have to break through these boxes before you can get to these guys, so I'm just going to throw an Alchemist Fire. That's taken for bag. I thought I had a Violent Passage too, but it doesn't appear as good. So, let's go ahead and bash this box open. Oh, well, she can hit him.
My steel will strike true.
Oh, there it is. You can pick up the acid flask here. Break through that way. You can also pick up, I think, sling and sling bullets and just attack them from range. As much as I want to pick up some of this stuff, we'll have to wait. I don't want to over-encumber myself. So, not yet, at least. But I'll probably pick that stuff up off screen and sell it, so you don't have to watch me come back and forth a lot. And hey, here is a ghost. The spirit of Nilmaldor.
I greet you.
Beware, mortal, for you trespass within the tomb of Nilmaldor, knight gallant of Askelhorn. Why have you come? Looting shall earn you only the foulest of curses to destroy your very soul. But if you come with a heart of courage, welcome. Let's speak with you for it. I seek a group of kobolds who may have entered this crypt. I felt their fearful passing a short time ago, and they remain within the crypt still. Know that they have caused great mischief and destruction here. I would be eager to have them gone. I would consider it a boon, in fact, should you remove the vermin. Indeed, if you are willing to render me assistance, I believe I can even provide you a simple method to accomplish that feat. What do you need my help with? An age ago, a malevolent wraith invaded our crypt, and in battle with the creature destroyed it, but not before it weakened me greatly. Ever since I have been forced to remain close to my own remains. I cannot roam the crypt freely as I once did, and this means I cannot perform my duty. Living creatures, giant spiders in fact, have infested one of the western tombs. They damaged much, and few nothing. Giant spiders? That would be a great reward for fighting them. If you be bold enough to destroy the spiders and their insects, mortal, I shall be more than willing to aid you with cause. I suppose so, if it will make my job easier. I am well pleased to know there is such a man of courage left in the living world. Return to me once your task has been completed. Alright, so, he's given us a quest, which is pretty cool. You can also, I believe, fight him and raid his sarcophagus. As much as I'm going with the kind of negative guy here, we're going to try and maintain neutrality. And the only reason I'm going to be looting a lot of the stuff in this crypt is to kind of make sure I don't over-good myself by doing good deeds. Because I do tend to do that, and if I do too many good deeds, then I can't be a Pale Master. Okay, so this room here is the room with the spiders. Can't use a bow. I think I'm gonna put my comma back on. And I should see how many acid splashes do I have. I have 5. That could be useful. So we'll put a ray of feebling. Oh, I have more magic missiles because I'm a sorcerer, not a wizard. Okay. Alright. So, let's go in and see what I can do about some spiders. Now, if you remember my previous game, spiders are sometimes the worst thing to fight, especially low level.
Father! Ortano for Digama!
Or, we get a sneak attacking rogue cleric, and she just trashes them. Okay, I don't know what that... Oh, I'm wearing armor, aren't I? No, I'm not. Now I keep getting entangled, so that does not do good for spellcraft. Back up. Magic missile this one again. There we go. Got that one. Nope. Be a little quicker on that acid splash, will you? Okay. Nope, she's going directly for the spiders. I was gonna do a little looting, but we'll do it on the way out, I guess. Hey, I got my spell off before I was chanting. Looking forward. Alright, so those spiders weren't so tough. Dorna did a lot to kind of mitigate the problems we had there with her sneak attacking. And this is kind of the reason why I was saying I'll do the looting offline, probably. Chainmail is very heavy. It's 40 pounds, and it'll take me a couple of trips to take it all
on here
and return it, because there's a couple of suits here. Okay, if I remember correctly, this is going to start a fight with an apparition. So I'm going to take the Cure Light Wounds. Hitting it is difficult when you don't have magic weapons, but you've got some spells left, so... Do I have any kind of magic weapons? I don't think so. I have a greatsword, and I don't know what it is, but... Alright, so Dorna hits it, which is good. That means we can kill it. Just as damage reduction, it looks like, as well as everything else. Okay, but its hit points seem to be pretty low, all things considered. What that does is it doubles my attack. So I'll have more chances to hit it. Now you're decreasing my wisdom, so that doesn't really do anything for me. Just need to get one or two more good hits. Drop it. I have to figure a way to get Dorna back up. Oh, need a potion. Wisdom down to now. Oh man, I have normal wisdom. That actually does affect me later on because wisdom is a really good stat for monks. It helps with their armor class. So, I don't know why I was making fun of that. Yeah, it's probably because I forgot. A couple more good hits. Maybe one, maybe two. Can't crit it because it's undead. Also need to not die.
My steel will strike true.
Now at a -1 to wisdom. Okay. No. And that killed it. Use an acid flask, but that got it. Okay, so Dorna's near death. And I may not rest while a henchman is dying. Sadly, I don't have any way to fix said henchman. So maybe see if there's anything else that I can do. Help her. There's the egg sacks. Gloves of animal handling. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Dorna there for the moment. Back to pick her up when I can. Let's see. I think there is one tomb here I can raid if I really want to. It's a gold piece. It's not really worth it without Dorna. So let's go back to the guy up here. Bullets and slings and nothing else. Hey, Valiant, I did your thing.
I greet you.
I have destroyed the nest of spiders and herons. To be rid of their filth and destruction fills me with joy. I shall hope we will be done with the creature's put. The kobolds are barricaded in a room that was once also an elaborate trap. Grave robber long ago once disabled this trap. It was merely disabled, not destroyed. The trap can be reactivated in a separate control room, which can be accessed by way of a secret door in the hallway south of the entrance to the kobolds' barricaded hall. Okay, please continue. Use the lever inside to enable the trap. Take one of the magical helmets to protect you from the poisonous effect of the trap. Once the trap is enabled, just step on the pressure plate and the kobolds are barricaded. enemies who stun Crypt. You should make short work of them. You would think so, but they're not helpless, and hitting them is still really difficult afterwards. And there are a lot of them. But that should make my job much easier. Thank you, Spirit. And there is one more thing, brave adventurer. The upper crypt is a relic that holds an item of value to us. I would see it return to the hands of the living, but only to one who is worthy. Take this key and use it to enter the eastern hall of the upper crypt. Perhaps you shall find this item of use. You're very kind, conspirator. Thank you. Farewell, and may your bravery carry you far in your future endeavors. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to head back up to the upper crypt. I'm going to go see if I can pray at the statue of Corellin. And Dorna has been removed from my party because she was dying. I think I can go retrieve her once I do this. Okay, faithfully. Yep, and fully healed. Now, I kind of wish I hadn't wasted so many healing kits on that bear, but here we are. Go grab Dorna, and I think that will be a good episode for today. We set foot outside a hilltop, invaded a crypt, talked to a ghost, killed a different ghost. Nope, Dorna's not here. She might have teleported back to Drogon's. So, yeah, off screen, I will probably collect all the stuff in this area, go sell it at the blacksmith, pick up some more healing kits and stuff, and we'll call that a day. So, as always, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'm glad to be back doing this again. So hopefully I'll be putting out more videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.